Y'all, I keep getting asked every now and then, why don't you just find a man? Or your life would be easy if you had a man in your life. Y'all, you just do not know my history with men. You must not have watched my channel, because I think I've spoke about this a few times before. And please excuse my voice. I've been dealing with something. I really got aggravated in that last truck I was in, and I've been having a lot of upper respiratory issues, but that's why my arm is moving. So why don't I have a man in my life? Well, let's see. Here's the list. Number 1, got married too young. Let me see if I can hold it with this arm. Got married too young. That was a disaster. I didn't know who I was marrying. Tried to stay with him for the kids. Really wanted to stay until the kids got grown. I just couldn't do it. I was gonna go crazy staying with this man. I'm not gonna go into detail about all the issues we had out of respect for my kids, but so number 1, got married too young. I have strong opinions on what his issues were. He had a very, very bad temper. He treated me bad. That's all I'm gonna say. Number 2, after I left him, I moved to a different town to get a job to support myself. I met a man that was a self-proclaimed narcissist. Y'all, he was not a narcissist. He was a psychopath. First off, I've never met a narcissist that will admit he's a narcissist, okay? This guy acted like he was proud of it. He was a psychopath. Number 3, I met an actual narcissist when I started driving a truck. Dated him for a little while because I didn't really realize he was a narcissist till it was too late, unfortunately. He almost sent me to the psych ward. I thought I was going to lose my mind dating this guy. Y'all, if you've never dated a narcissist, they mess with your mind so bad. Like, it's just unbelievable. Like, if you've ever wondered, if you've ever seen an abused woman that will not leave her abuser, look up what a narcissist does to a woman's mind, or a man. But men date women that are narcissists too. It's not just one-sided. Men and women can both be narcissists. So he messed me up big time. Number 4, there was this guy that I met at work. I used to just see him in the terminal and we'd say hey to each other, whatever. And after I broke up from the narcissist, this guy called me. Hadn't spoken to him in a couple years, and he called me and wanted to, go have lunch or whatever. He said he was divorced, so I went and met him for lunch, and we started to get to know each other. This guy was too good to be true. Like, he was something out of a romance novel. I kept telling y'all that, I kept saying, you're too good to be true. I'm waiting for the other shoe to fall. And I kept saying, you must have some skeletons in your closet, because nobody is as good as you. Like, you're something out of Hollywood. One of those chick flicks, Yeah, he was too good to be true. He had charges pending against him before I started dating him, and we had discussed it a little bit, and he told me his side of the story, which I wanted to believe, but y'all, he went to prison. So number 5, if you used to watch my channel years ago, you probably know this guy. I'm convinced he is a covert narcissist. They have a narcissistic personality, but they're not as blatant as a regular narcissist. They kind of like to play the nice guy and the victim a little more, but they're very self-centered and manipulative, etc. I'm pretty sure that was him, and he put me through some crap. Number 6, I met after I broke up from that guy. He was like a rebound, and he was very nice. Like, he would have been a great boyfriend. He was good boyfriend material. My problem was I was still reeling, mentally messed up from this last guy. I wasn't really ready to get into another relationship, and I just didn't feel right about it. So I told him goodbye. I still talk to him. We're still friends. And lastly, met a guy online at one of those online dating apps. And I really liked him. I had high hopes for this guy, but obviously he was just playing games. He didn't feel the same way about me. He pretended he did. I wanted to believe him, but kind of in the back of my mind, I knew it was all BS. He used me to check an item off of his bucket list. He wanted to be with a truck driver. So, wow. Of course, I would have never dated him if he'd have been honest. I mean, who would? Nobody would go for that, right? So he had to lie about it in order to get what he wanted, and that's it's kind of a recurring theme with these narcissistic types. So to put it in a nutshell, I've dated a actual psychopath. I'm absolutely convinced he was a psychopath. And the other guys I've dated have mostly been either a narcissist or had a narcissistic personality and some type of messed up crap, or just some type of mental issue, period. And I'm not going to do it anymore. I took some time off back at the end of 2019. I decided not to date for a while to try to get myself in order, my life in order, try to figure out what is wrong with me that kept attracting these narcissistic men. I did a lot of self-reflection, and the longer I stay single, the happier I become. And I'm about to the point now, I can't imagine going back to letting somebody have access to me in my life 24/7 and have control over me and influence my decision and the trajectory of my life the way I did in the past.